Shareholders have overwhelmingly approved the business combination between Churchill Capital Corp X and Infleqtion, clearing one of the final hurdles for the quantum technology firm's transition into the public markets. The approval came with minimal redemptions, a key detail that has energized the investment community because it preserves a substantial capital base for the combined company. As a result, the transaction is expected to deliver more than $550 million in gross proceeds, strengthening Infleqtion's balance sheet as it prepares to scale commercialization efforts. The deal is expected to close on February 13th, 2026, with Infleqtion's public debut scheduled for February 17th, 2026. On that date, shares and warrants of the post combination company will begin trading on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbols INFQ and INFQ WS, respectively. In conjunction with the closing, Churchill Capital Corp X's common stock, warrants, and units will be delisted from the Nasdaq. Existing units will be separated into one Class A ordinary share and 1/4 of one warrant prior to delisting, completing the structural transition. Community enthusiasm is being driven not just by the successful vote, but by Infleqtion's diversified quantum technology portfolio. The company positions itself beyond pure play quantum computing, offering products across quantum sensors, atomic and optical clocks, RF and quantum enabled communication systems, inertial sensing, and navigation equipment. This breadth is seen as a strategic advantage, allowing Infleqtion to monetize multiple segments of the quantum stack rather than relying on a single long term breakthrough. Investors are particularly focused on Infleqtion's government heavy revenue mix, with more than half of its revenue coming from government and state funded entities. Highlighted contracts include work with NASA and the U.S. Department of Energy, spanning applications tied to space exploration, energy infrastructure, national security, and advanced sensing. These relationships are widely interpreted as strong external validation of Infleqtion's technology readiness and reliability. As a result, many traders and long term investors are framing Infleqtion as a fundamentally stronger and more commercially advanced quantum company than several publicly traded peers that remain largely pre revenue. With a sizable cash position, contracted government funding, and products already deployed in real world use cases, the prevailing narrative is that INFQ could represent an undervalued quantum platform entering the market with tangible traction rather than just future promise. Overall, the combination of overwhelming shareholder approval, limited redemptions, substantial retained capital, and a clear NYSE listing timeline has transformed sentiment around the deal. What was once viewed as another speculative SAPAC merger is now increasingly being discussed as a high conviction quantum commercialization story, with February's closing and NYSE debut seen as major inflection points.
Okay, so the stock is up a modest 3.14%. This is Friday, the 13th of February, 2026. Okay, this will be the last trading session on Nasdaq. So, what we have here is a consolidation up till Tuesday the 17th. Yeah, Tuesday the 17th. Then the pre market session. Then after that, we are looking at the prospects of a decline towards the 24th. But if it's going to move, I don't think it doesn't matter really if it moves to the Nasdaq or not. This is if it's still this data that is going to apply, then that may be what we are looking at. But there's a chance that this may not be the data we will be facing. It might be something else totally. It may be something else totally. So let's wait till Tuesday the 17th and conclude on what could possibly happen. But for today, I think it's just saying that it's going to be a sideways movement. Yeah, it might just be a sideways movement. Yeah, but in any case, we can still say what we have here. Okay, here the pivotal projection is 14.97. The stock is currently at 13.66, so it's a pivotal projection. It's if it closes above that, then we're looking at the prospects of advancing towards your previous projection of 15.71, even retesting. Yeah, 15.71. That's also where it's 40-day moving average lies right now. Is that not 15? Yeah, 15.71. Yes, that's where it lies right now. And after that, maybe towards the highs of around 15.94. You know. Yeah, but I think the key thing is this merger now. I mean, this the transition to INFQ, then to Nasdaq. So like I said earlier on, there's a chance that some of these data may not transfer. From my recollection, sometimes maybe it could be 4 hour chart that might transfer, but maybe the daily chart may not transfer. Let's see how all of these go. The underlying trend, the fundamentals sound good. They sound good, at least better than what we have seen with other um, quantum stocks. I think it's by far the best in terms of fundamentals, in terms of revenue. The company is already making money. Even though much of the funds are coming from government. That's a totally yeah. That's a different. That will be a point of discussion later on. You want the diversification. You want commercial sources of revenue as well, not strictly government. Government revenue, it's a bit like politics. It's today they are good, and tomorrow, yeah, it's if that administration goes, then you're probably out as well. You want you want a mix. You want a mix, and if you're not getting from government, it's also it can also it can be a point that might be pointed out that you're not dealing with government and all that stuff. Revenue, no revenue coming from government and all that. But if it's coming strictly from government, yes, it's people. Yeah, there are a lot of theories that can come with that. They can even associate that with corruption and all sort of things. But in any case, this is not the case with the company. Inflection. They're offering services that yeah, governments needs more, I would say, to a great extent. It's probably governments to some extent that might understand what they're doing, have a need for, yeah, what they're doing. The sort of technology they're selling, they're offering is not for now. It's not exactly it's not the sort of technology that regular businesses and individuals are ready to begin to consume as things stand right now. So we'll see how all of this will pan out. Yeah, we'll see how they all pan out. Hopefully, from Tuesday the 17th, we'll probably cover it and see. Okay, so that's what's going on right now, and thank you very much for watching this video.